Abby, and this is a general collective reading for mid-August 2025, or meant for whenever you're seeing this. Okay, I can already tell that this is going to be a two-part reading, so I'll probably cut this off at around 20 minutes or so, and then there'll be a follow-up video afterwards. I'll try to tag the video so you can follow along. But okay, the song that we had on pre-shuffle general collective when I was getting the cards together, it was Vance Joy's Like Gold. So some of the lyrics, let me see if I still have these pulled up. Sorry if you hear dogs. So some of the lyrics: time to let it go, it won't let go of me, hanging by a thread, cutting the cord and then falling back into the black, cause if I don't, if I wait till it feels right, I'll be waiting my whole life. That's key. Closing my eyes, remember how we were like gold when you see me, high if you need me, babe, that's the way it was, that's the history. Blue, how we used to roar like an open fire, that's the way it was, but that's history. And then it goes on to say, I have a memory, you're visiting me at night, climbing in my bed, you were so quiet that you never woke me. I love the way you could see the good in everything, but do we fuel the fire? Closing my eyes, remember how we were like gold. So this is, the protagonist is thinking back on a relationship that was like wildfire, right? It was something that was really meaningful, something that it just for some reason didn't work out. Now, Like Gold is interesting because, you know, like, I think it's Japanese, it might be Chinese, but Japan, or it's like some form of artwork where there's a cracked cup, and so instead of throwing the cup away, they repair it by filling it in with gold, okay, which makes it even more valuable, right? And so it's like the protagonist in the song is like trying to go back and forth and trying to decide, am I going to repair this? Do we want to repair this? Do we want to go back to those memories? And they were like fire, and there's probably a lot of passion, and you know, but do we go there? Do we venture there? So that's where I'm going to leave that at. There's definitely some history with whoever this reading is meant for, so we're just going to move forward. We're going to start it with the tea leaf fortune cards. This kind of builds up to where we're at right now in the storyline for the tarot, so let's get into this. What do we have for the general collective, meant for whenever they need to see this? I'm going to keep those in order. Okay, what do we have? Okay. So, I can't make this up. Okay. Underneath the deck, I just got done talking to you about what Like Gold is, you know, Japanese or Chinese. We have cracked cup. I will shit myself if gold comes out, right? But so, cracked cup. So this is dissatisfaction with life. There's somebody who's dissatisfied with the outcome of how something happened in the past. Okay? Okay. Then we have some more. Let's see what else for the general collective, please. What else? All right. That was short and sweet. Underneath the deck, we have wall, misunderstanding. So I feel like there was a misunderstanding between you and this person, or whatever the situation is. Oh, okay. So we've got ink pot problems to be resolved. Also, when I see ink pot, like somebody could be writing. Somebody could be writing a letter, a song, lyrics, like a poem, something like that. Writing something down. Then we have pen, new job, career. Somebody could have gotten a new job, career. That brings in good fortune with the beetle card. Then we have rooster, an arrogant, boastful person that you should not cross. Now, whether this is you or another person in the situation, could be an external person, there's that. It could be kind of a cock. Also, could be like a rooster, like we were talking Chinese, right? So Chinese, like year of the rooster, year of the cock. Weeping willow, family sorrow, so there could be some family sorrow having to do with the situation. Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So There could have been some family sorrow in the past that caused someone's life to ramble aimlessly. But then we have love. And that's what I feel very strongly, that's what this is about. And then we have January. Somebody could be born in January. Something could have taken place in January. When I see this card and you see this guy here, he's got like, he almost looks like Pinocchio, and he's like froze over. And so somebody could have been lying about something that happened in January. Love could have been frozen in January, but it was due to some type of misunderstanding and somebody's dissatisfaction with life. All right, so now let's get into the tarot. We're using the Light Seers Tarot deck today for a general collective. What do we have? I just saw 555 on the clock, so 55. You could be seeing a lot of fives or 555. It's this change of direction. I feel like there could be somebody like deciding, changing their mind on a situation, maybe something that they thought that they had decided in the past and now they're reconsidering. Okay, underneath the deck we have the Nine of Wands. So that's the wounded warrior energy. This is someone who's been through it, the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs. They've ran the gauntlet, basically. They make a really great, wise leader because, you know, they've been through so much. They have a lot of experience, but they're tired. You know, they've got nines are like culmination points. They're the end of a cycle, and they just want to find that 10th wand so they can lay down the burdens and then move on to the next cycle, right? So that's the underlying energy. Also, it's fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could have it somewhere strong in your chart or be dealing with somebody who does, or it's just the energy. So what do we have for our general collective, please? 3 cards. All right. 2 more. Thank you. They're all falling sideways. So it's like, for whoever this is meant for, it could go either way. And that one fell in reverse. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I get it. Alright, so underneath the deck, though, we've got the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is all about victory and success. This is also somebody stepping on stage, stepping into the spotlight. It shows a feminine energy, so it could be a feminine energy that's stepping into the spotlight. That's who we could be talking about. Behind that is the Six of Pentacles. There could be some type of, wow, there could be some type of money situation that's balancing out, and behind that we've got the Six of Swords, 666. 666 is not a bad number. Look up angel number 666 and you'll understand why. But it's the Six of Swords, so there's like smoother communication coming through and something that's going to even something out financially, which brings a lot of money and success. Also could have something to do with the Four of Wands, which is house, home, stability. It also could be like a partnership, working together with somebody. It's twin flame soulmate energy for a lot of readers as well, with a Queen of Wands and an Ace of Wands. Wow, this is like a passionate new beginning with somebody very magical, very passionate. She could have a black cat, because there's a cat here. This is all underlying energy, guys, but I love it. Okay, so the 3 cards that came out, and we're going to clarify this. We started with the Queen of Cups. So this is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This could be you, or you could have it, you know, somewhere in your chart. And this is someone who's really loyal. She could be a mother, doesn't have to be, but the Queen of Cups, she's very loyal, very trustworthy, also very knowledgeable, and very loving, caring. She just has that beautiful energy about her. This is somebody who believes in the universe. You know, she's got her hands up. She's given it all to God, right? God, spirit, whatever you believe in, right? She's just like, Jesus, take the wheel, right? And so, but also very spiritual as well. Now, then we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups talks about kind of being over it, right? Like tired of waiting. She could have been waiting on something or someone for a very long time, and she's like done. She doesn't want to do it anymore. But what the interesting thing is about the Four of Cups is, you know, this is somebody who's pretty satisfied with life. I mean, they have the Three of Cups. They have everything that they need, whether this is you or the other person. But what they're not looking at and what they have their back turned to is like this fourth cup that has rainbows and stuff, you know, pouring into it. And so it's like if this person would just turn around and realize that like what is going to make them fully content is right right around the corner, right under their nose, right behind them. It could have been there the entire time. It's like, but they just weren't paying attention, right? So then what's interesting is we've got the King of Pentacles, but he's in reverse. So the King of Pentacles, this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Again, you could have it somewhere strong in your chart or be dealing with somebody who does. When upright, this is somebody who works really hard for everybody around them, takes care of everybody around them. It could be a CEO, a boss, head of household, husband, something like that, right? Always working, though. Always working. Now, in reverse, this guy is egotistical. He only cares about money. He doesn't care about how he gets it. He doesn't care about the people around him. He, can be very manipulative. And that's really strange. I feel like maybe this King of Cups is kind of looking back towards this Queen of Cups. So the song, like gold, it was a cracked cup. This guy, King of Pentacles in reverse, is dissatisfied with life. He could be dissatisfied with where he's at financially, but also he could be dissatisfied with where he is in a relationship. And it's all due to a misunderstanding. It's all due to a misunderstanding. That's the sad part. Okay, we're going to clarify real quick. I've got a personal reading here in like 20 minutes, so I've got to hurry up here. And then I will clarify this reading after that. And if you're interested in a personal reading, I have all of that information in the description below, or just get a hold of me via email, whatever works for you. Okay, let's clarify. What do we have for the Queen of Cups, please, for our general collective? What is the Queen of Cups? You guys, I can't make this up. King of Cups. In the past, this Queen of Cups, and it had, this was a match. It was a match. What happened? The King of Cups is the energy of supporting yourself before you can support others, so maybe that's what that fell in reverse. Maybe the King of Cups was more worried about, supporting himself first before entering upon this relationship. So we have the Page of Cups in reverse. When it's in reverse, a lot of water energy. That's a lot of love. This is somebody, a flatterer, very selfish, deviation from the path. They're naive and irrational, very immature. And that's this King of Cups energy. This is not the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is the one who's waiting. This is the King of Cups. And it doesn't matter what sign you are. It could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But this is, when I see the King of Cups with the Queen of Cups, it's a pair. What else for the Queen of Cups? Clarify that Queen of Cups, King of Cups, please. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. That's the truth. So this is about logic, power, heart of the matter, insight, clarity, and breakthrough. Ace of Swords. Yeah, this also could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, air sign energy. The King of Cups could be an air sign energy. So then we have the Four of Cups. What's the Four of Cups? Two of Wands in reverse. So somebody is freaking tired of waiting. They realize that, their waiting did nothing but stifle, their energy. It brought sadness. It was like procrastination on getting the Queen of Cups. It was procrastination on getting her life to move forward. Okay? Waiting on this person was unrealistic. Somebody feels like the Fool. I wonder if that'll pop out. What else for this Four of Cups? They were tired of waiting. What else for the Four of Cups? Okay, both cards came out. Then wow. Yep. So, then we have the Strength card. You don't know you're in strength until it's tested. That's Leo energy. It's an 8 card, which is interesting because then we have the 8 of Cups. More water energy. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Again, you could be dealing with one or have it somewhere strong in your chart, but this is the energy of walking away. Somebody had to have the strength and be strong enough to make your decision and take the action, take these next actions with confidence. And so that's like moving forward, moving away, right? Because there was instability, there was a lack of center, there was a dissatisfaction, and so therefore it caused a separation because someone was tired of waiting. This is juicy. So what's the King of Pentacles in reverse? What is the King of Pentacles in reverse? Okay. So then we have the Six of Cups. And this is all about the Scorpio energy, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio. But this is somebody thinking about reaching out to this person of the past, because it's always about someone from the past, someone from your childhood, somebody that brings out the inner child or makes you feel childlike. And it's like about nostalgia, steady gain, memories, healing, pleasure after hardship. Somebody wants to reach out to somebody in the past and try to heal something. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. They want to make her a Queen of Pentacles. What else? The Magician. This makes too much sense. So you can make your imagination real. This unhappy King of Pentacles wants to manifest a new beginning with somebody from the past, because they are currently dissatisfied with where they are in life, whether financially or romantically. One more, please, for the King of Pentacles in reverse. So they want to make an offer. This has been a long time coming. This is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. He takes forever. Forever. But taking a methodical approach and you'll achieve your dreams. And underneath the deck, we have the Six of Wands, and then clarifying that is the Hierophant. So this is somebody who wants something traditional. This is somebody who wants... this could be somebody who's more religious versus spiritual, or somebody that's looking for, traditional courtship, or that's just used to that kind of thing, whether that's the Queen of Cups or whether that's the King of Cups, whoever this person is. But also, it's Taurus energy. It's about hierarchy. It's about teaching, morality, education, divine wisdom, but also kindness, and there's victory in this. So somebody... Again, we're going to go into a part 2. We're definitely going into a part 2. I feel like this is like the backstory leading up to the outcome. Alright, what else? What other messages do we need to know with this? This is Queen of the Moon Oracle for the general collective. For when they're meant to see this, please. Alright, underneath the deck, we've got number 27, release. So this is underlying energy. You could have already released this person. Somebody could have released this person. Number 27, somebody could be 27 years old. Somebody's birthday could be on the 27th. That's my birthday. It's one of my favorite numbers. But yeah, somebody could just be releasing control or releasing situation, or somebody could feel like they have been released. Then we have my second favorite number. This is so funny. Top of the deck, we've got self-reflection. So somebody needs to do some self-reflection. It's like that song Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. Somebody's looking in the mirror and like looking back and reflecting on maybe what they did to cause this situation, what went wrong, what could have gone better, what they could do to make this better, because somebody has been released. Maybe this person was released in the past. But that's what I have for you, and that's where I'm going to leave this right now. Make sure that you follow up for part 2 of this. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to title it yet. Maybe Cracked Cup or Like Gold. I don't know yet. But if this brought you clarity, insight, or answers, make sure that you drop a comment in the comments below. Like, share, definitely subscribe to the channel. And like I said, if you're interested in a personal reading, I have all of that information in the description below. Also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for additional messages on my channel. And I will see you guys in part 2. So, peace.